Food and Drug Administration is cracking down on the makers of e-cigs due to concerns about kids smoking. And now a new survey shows that more students are actually putting marijuana in those electronic cigarettes. Dr. David Atkinson is the medical director of the Teen Recovery Program at Children's Health and joins us this morning. So e-cigarettes came out. They were kind of all the rage and everyone said, oh, this is so much better, so much healthier than smoking cigarettes. But that's kind of the problem, right? It became very popular because we thought it was healthier, but it's really not that much healthier.
Well, there's a very big difference in the fact that the e-cigarettes don't give you cancer,
right,
but they do addict people to nicotine, and that's a problem in and of itself.
And this industry has boomed really when it comes to kids. I was talking to you before we started this, and you said you're seeing kids 12, 13, I mean that young that are already into the whole e-cigarette world?
Absolutely, because, you know, like we were when we were young, we would like to do things that the older kids did because the older kids were cooler. And unfortunately, this is something that can be addictive. So you can get kids who, by the time they're 14, are already addicted to nicotine.
And a lot of time, you're saying the parents don't even know about it.
No, they don't. And even sometimes the kids don't think that they're actually vaping nicotine. They think they're vaping just flavoring. Because some of the formulas are just flavoring, other ones can contain high amounts of nicotine.
Now, it's easy to conceal, which is one thing. It's easy, you don't have to go outside to smoke an e-cigarette. Something else that I thought was interesting that you pointed out, that with a cigarette, you have a finite dose. I mean, you smoke your pack of cigarettes and it's over, but with this Juul or any other vape or whatever, you can actually use them 20 times an hour or more. So kids can actually are getting more addictive to something like this.
That's right, because once you smoke a cigarette, you really have to commit to the whole thing, and then people tend to space them out over the day, smoking 15 cigarettes over a day. But with Juul and other vape devices, you can get a very small dose of nicotine, and then they will reach into their pocket to grab their Juul and to use it about, you know, every 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, a lot more often than if they were just smoking cigarettes. And some of the companies, they've actually manipulated the formulas to make it more addictive, right?
Absolutely. I mean, these are companies like Altria, RJ Reynolds that have a very long history of using behavioral science to addict people more strongly. And when you connect your e-cigarette device to the web, to a smartphone, it's going to send data to the company who's the manufacturer.
And they're figuring out what they can do to get you even more addictive then. Makes
Absolutely.
sense. And now we have this new study that's out, which is so troubling. A little more than 2 million middle and high school students have actually used the device for marijuana as well, to smoke marijuana as well, and that's got to be troubling.
Absolutely. One of the e-cigarette manufacturers spun off a side company that was specifically marketing themselves as a vape device for marijuana and then selling the marijuana cartridges. And this is the thing, is that you can actually buy some of the e-cigarette devices and they will work with industrially made nicotine and marijuana cartridges that are using like 90% THC hash oil to vape marijuana, and the parents think that they're just vaping flavoring or nicotine. When
in actuality, it's marijuana. Wow. The FDA ordering e-cig companies now to submit some plans within 60 days, basically detailing how they're going to try to stop teens from using e-cigs. We've seen in the past, I mean, like with smoking, anti-smoking campaigns, if they're really graphic, sometimes they work. Do you think they would work?
Well, I believe that we need to get some science to figure out what messages actually reach kids about vaping.
Good point. Good point. We'll see what comes out of it. Thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate it.